Alright, doing VOD review here on Ghost Deck White Stake. Let's take a look at what's going on. I would probably have discarded the 2 there just to try and find that. Looks like it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Absolutely should open. Oh, hit the wrong button. Absolutely should open that pack there. You just digging deeper into Keel. I know like it's probably looking at building interest with that $5, but honestly, I find being on white stake, interest is not the most important thing, especially early on. We just want to dig deeper into that Joker key to see what kind of value we can find. Three kings left. I dig for it. Oh, gotta be a little careful here. Alright. I mean, averaging 1 straight with a superposition is pretty normal, I think. Yeah, so I mean, you can see here, right, with how the order works. Had we opened that Joker pack for $4, we would have gotten this $6 Joker for $4 instead. Now we're paying $6 for it in the next blind, and we're also behind 2 Jokers in the shop. Not to mention, can't pick up the voucher. Voucher is unlikely regardless, though. Magician's good. Big fan of early Magicians. Don't care about either of those Jokers. I want standard pack. Open the standard pack. Always open the standard pack. Alright. So while this blind plays through, I'll talk about why I want that standard pack opened. The main thing is we don't really have anything we're building around quite yet. Joker's always going to show up, right? Especially on white stake, we're probably going to have enough money to find whatever it is we're looking for. But we don't know what we're going to build into. You open that standard pack, you find polychrome, red seals, glass, purple seals, even blue seals. Gold seals, great as well. Gold seals, purple seals, basically are something you're going to take all the time. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I should get you out. But yeah, you absolutely want to open the standard packs. That's the most important thing to not fall behind on. Jumbo pack first, then Joker. Good. Now I think about it, I should probably mute this, otherwise it might make me take down video. I wouldn't open that pack. There's no reason to open this pack yet, right? Like we're gonna get out of the blinds just fine. But we don't know what we're building into, whether it's going to be flush 5, high card build, and that $6 is a hefty price for a planet level right now, I feel like. Alright, we're discarding the aces, so we are valuing the money over the superposition, which I am totally fine with. Right here, I'm probably unlocking flush house. Yeah, good. Again, most important thing is that standard pack and the voucher. Shoot the Moon can be good. Don't think it's probably too necessary here. I'm not taking the gold card, not after the nerf to golden ticket. I'm not opening that Celestial pack. I know we unlocked Flush House, but it's just not important enough. Voucher is good, though. Good. Great job. Alright, so obviously we're trying to dig for that Flush House. Now we do have, I think, a 54 card deck now, so it's not super likely that we draw that. I wouldn't play the cards of the Flush House. Oh, I see. You're just going to go... Alright, going for value is fine. I'm definitely not playing that 8. I'm probably discarding the 8 and trying to find a low straight. Or, sorry, discarding the king while keeping for a low straight. I'm not sure what we're going for here. Or why we're playing 4 cards. I assume we're looking to play a full house, but it's not going to be enough. Guess we can Flush House still, technically. I wouldn't want to use the glass yet. Yeah. I mean, probably win to the PvP, but playing the glass is quite risky since we don't have a second copy of it. It's early antimatter. So when it comes to playing glass, you don't really want to play it unless you have to. Now, likely if you don't play that, you lose the PvP. Maybe not with that lucky hit. Actually, you probably would have won the PvP if you just turned the other 8 into a club and played that Flush House. Flush Houses are very good, especially early in PvPs like that, when you have the suit changer in hand to basically guarantee the Flush House during the PvP. So you did play that part of it very well. But again, I wouldn't play the glass card. Not only did you have the chance of breaking the glass, which means, you're a few strengths away from that being a face card with your sock. You don't have any copies of it. You don't know when you're going to get another glass card, since you can't get another glass card, assuming this is standard ranked now that there's multiple versions. So yeah, I would not have played the glass. Not to mention, you could have got another Flush House level since that is a blue seal glass. So just keep that in mind when you have one copy of glass, especially you don't want to play it. Ideally, you're looking to strength that up into a face card right now. Obviously, it didn't break, but you don't know that it's not going to, and it is a game-long queue, so the more you play your glass, the more likely it is to break. We don't need pacifist. On white stake, we're going to be just fine. 2k is nothing. Sure, you can take that if you want to be safe about it. Alright, definitely looking to discard our 4s and play some face card straights. We should be able to get away with playing this pair of kings, yeah. Yeah, nothing else to play down for, so... I mean, you're playing the blinds well as far as looking to get your value out of the jokers that you have and the cards that you have. So that's great. Chaos is very good. Yep, good. Yeah, either or there's really neither of those are too impactful. Good. We want to be doing that. Polychrome 6. Ugh, that is just one of the worst numbers you could have that on. Something you might consider there, I'll back it up just a little bit. So we're only discarding this 1/6 for $5. We do have a 55 card deck now, which means we're not guaranteed to see even a majority of our deck. I would have actually probably played the two pairs of the nines, the sevens, and like a three or something, and then held to discard later. Uh, One thing to think about with your four hands is, especially on something like White Stake, we can get out in a hand, right? We have Sock with lucky cards. We're almost for sure we can get a flush house potentially. We even have a full house level sitting over here that we can use if we need to. We can probably get out in one, maybe two hands, which means two of these hands are basically discards. So you can think of this as a way to not get the value out of your discard like you could, but to allow you to get to the discards that will provide you with value. Yeah, we're going to need to be a little careful with superposition here. Just because we're digging for that greedy superposition, and this is not going to guarantee us that many points. We are making this scary, huh? Yeah, like I said, this is where it gets a little. We're digging a little too greedy for superposition. Um, it did work out. Oh, I guess the 15 Mystic Summit. I didn't check the calculation on that, so that's probably fine actually. Don't open these packs yet. Okay, good. Business card, fantastic. You don't need the ice cream. Goodbye, ice cream. Good, great. You're making total correct calls here. Ooh, I was okay. So I would have picked up the gift card. I see you thought about it. It's a tough call. Um, we already have 6 Joker slots with the antimatter. Um, Temperance is even in the full right now. I mean, I know that's not most likely to be what happens when you play these, but I would take that gift card. You'll build up value super quickly. A few of these jokers are likely to stick around for the long term too, with like Sock, mail in, and business card. They're definitely going to be there for a while. So you could get some really good value out of that gift card. A 2x is nothing. We don't care about that. Too expensive. $8, too expensive for that. We don't need it. We don't need it. Yep, good decision. Hermit over. Um, I'm not sure why we're using the devil there. We don't really have any need to use the devil there. We don't have any purple seals or anything like that. Well, we got handed a free straight, which that's nice. All right, so I assume what you're doing there is taking a look at your deck and figuring out what hand you want to play. That is a very valuable lesson that I usually bring up. I haven't had to quite yet, which is good. But yeah, absolutely. When you're going into PvP, you want to determine what your strongest hand is, what you're playing for, what you're trying to dig for.
Really, you should evaluate every single blind like that, but obviously with the PvP rounds, it's more important since really most of these come down to playing one big hand unless it's a high card build, which even then it's really about the last high card played. But so here I'm probably throwing away some muck. Yep. So it looks like we're setting up to play that Glass 8 again. I won't keep rehashing on the same lesson, but obviously, like I said earlier, I wouldn't play my one copy of Glass. Money's great. Okay, yeah, playing safe for the full house. Still wouldn't play the Glass. And there it goes. And that's why I wouldn't play it. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite you here, but that is the important reason to not do that. Interesting. That's quite the score difference. I wonder if they've taken any skips that you haven't taken. I have not been paying attention to that. Or they just found that already. That would do it. That's pretty common when you lose that bad and then you immediately see something different. Yeah, no, I take the flush level. Yeah, high card into flush is fine. Um, I don't love the Ouija. Uh, I know it's been reworked and is, in theory, a little bit better. But honestly, I don't think it's worth it still. Obviously, we're not destroying much of value there, which is fine. But you're throwing out a Ouija with the hope that it gets something good. Um, it's it's not a terrible play, but I will say I'd be very careful of doing it going forward. This, I believe, would get you out with the yeah, two hearts in it. Good getting value from business card. Yep, no problem with that. I'm not sure what we were digging for there, but didn't know harm no foul really. I guess just the mail-in rebate. We did have two discards, right? Don't sleep on taxes in a seed this high. A little too early at ectoplasm. I would not replace my lucky. Lucky is money. I want my lucky card more than I want that lovers. Holographic's not worth it. Neither is foil. Uh, I do find generally that those are bait. The things I'm looking to pick up when I open a standard pack are polychrome cards. We passed on that 6 earlier, which I was fine with. We had the Class 8. Glass cards, again, obviously something we're looking to pick up. And then seals. Those are really the things I'm looking to get from a pack of cards, a standard pack. Now, holographic, foil, those are just bonuses, and they are small bonuses. That extra card in your deck, making your deck larger, is not worth the 10 mold that it's going to provide or the 20 mold it's going to provide. When it comes down to it, I'd rather have a smaller deck so I can find the things that I'm looking for more consistently. Yep, sure. Get your value in. It's probably plenty. Good. Good use of the calculator. Some people are on the opinion that you shouldn't use that, and it's quite ridiculous. The tool exists. Use the tool. You want to win the game. That's the whole point. I use the calculator all the time. If I don't need to do the math and something can do it for me faster in a game where speed can be relevant, absolutely every time. Good patience on the Wheel of Fortune since we're going to be rolling down. We don't care about it that much. Oh, I spoke too soon. Hold on to that Wheel of Fortune. You're going to be rolling down. Pick up that Aura. Pick up that Wraith. We can absolutely roll it all the way down. I'd get rid of the X2 personally. It's just not relevant enough. Swing and a miss, but that's okay. We are keeping up with the queue of Wraith, which is important potentially. Especially in Ghost deck, where obviously Ghost cards can appear at any time. Probably just playing this full house. Just like a free discard. 8s and 7s, get some free points, move on. Good though, take your time, figure out what you're going to build into, what you're going to play into here. I don't know why we would aura the non-lovers one though. If we're going to aura anything, it should be the lovers. Yeah, just play that. Good, 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 good. Yep, totally fine playing junk. Sometimes it's nice to have turn order in situations like this, but obviously with their first hand, we're probably not going to be picking that up. I'm probably still discarding that Jack of Hearts for the money. Ooh, I'm probably holding on to that Chariot, though. An extra 1.5x and a level. Yeah, I think we... Okay, see, now we have something to play into. That's it right there. We have the Polychrome. That's what we're looking to do. We have Polychrome, Sock, Lovers, Ancient. We have our game plan. I still open standard packs at this point, just to be clear. We're still hoping to find a red seal potentially. But absolutely the Polychrome is what we want to play into now. Yep. Mime is very good. Probably just throwing some luckies on some random cards. I like luckies more there than the wheel. Don't care about any of this junk. Ooh, not worth it. Again, we're adding that 6 into our deck. Take the time to think about why are we adding that 6 into our deck? What is that doing for us? Our grand scheme here to win the game is to play a flush 5 of the Polychrome Lover's Queen. By putting that 6 into our deck, we are making it harder to find that queen. We're putting in a 6 that we don't really care about playing. It doesn't provide any value to us at all. So, yeah, I mean, you open the pack, which is the right decision, but then just notice that none of it's worth it and move on. We've been a little unfortunate so far to only find the 2 blue seals with the glass 8 and the jack. But, you know, the game gives what the game gives. It's giving the same thing to your opponent. Just make sure we don't pick that up. I would discard a gold card here. It's a lot. No, I understand. Obviously, with mime, gold card is good, but what I'm really looking to do is probably dig deeper to see if I can get like a 5 of a kind level at least, or play more lucky cards. We'll still get some planet levels here, which is good. Flush is a good secondary. Yeah, we're still just getting a little unlucky. None of these matter. Good. Yeah, I think we're playing this quite well so far. I don't care about Four Fingers for $7. We don't need it to get out. We're not built to play flush 5 yet or anything. I mean, at that point, I just keep the X2. Yeah, definitely not rare skipping with the amount of value we have in the deck to generate with lucky cards and everything. I'd be pretty content with a 5 of a kind level here. The awkward thing, obviously, is we have too many hands left to, I think, ignore the value that can be provided by mail-in rebate. Yeah, I would definitely play down for some additional business card triggers. Really surprising we haven't seen any other retrigger joker besides Sock, but that is a good one to have here. I'm not sure we're not playing that king. I mean, we can get out with the 2 queens. The 2 flush house levels is nice, though. But again, we still have 25 cards on our deck, or 24, I think is what it says there, which is kind of my point, where we've been adding cards to the deck that aren't necessary, and it's preventing us from digging for additional value for mail-in rebate, mime. I like that drunkard way more than Four Fingers. Cryptid, super good. Immolate, incredible. Okay. Oh, great. Yes, you did this very well. Very nice. I do probably play the death here, simply to make it the last card on Fool. Nice. I buy the incantation there. 3x over Four Fingers for sure, not over mime. Four Fingers, yeah, it's not really doing anything for you. Okay. I do it now. There's no guarantee you see it in the PvP. Our deck is very large, so finding that polychrome queen might not happen. Hopefully it does for you, obviously, but um, I would have probably gone ahead and cryptid the queen then. So I know you're pointing out these kings. I just don't care about the king as much, I suppose. Obviously, like our flush houses are high level right now, so kings full of queens would be great. But that's really it. Like these kings are nothing really in comparison. I'm probably playing this full house. See, I'd actually probably play the jack here. I know we have mime, but I want to dig to find that queen as many cards deep as I can. We did get there. Extra discard really paying dividends. We would not have found it without the drunkard. I'd assume this ends the game. Now they could be ahead on polychrome because they could have found it earlier. That'd be the one thing. Interesting. They are ahead on money. Okay, so yeah, I think you played it pretty well overall. Just a few more macro things than micro. I do think you handled finding value in the blinds well, which is good. Against better opponents, you'd have been behind from the start by not opening that Joker pack. It can seem like a small thing, but a small thing is not opening that first Joker pack and then picking up the $6 Joker in the next shop. You're now behind in a way that a good opponent is just basically never going to let you catch up. They'll just be ahead of you the whole time. Now, again, your opponent was ahead of you on money, but without looking at their deck, my guess is that they did not. They either didn't take the superposition early or they got rid of it eventually. Um, More than likely, they got rid of it eventually, which is fine. With that being said, they probably don't have their deck as fine tuned as yours, is my guess. Otherwise, they should be scoring more. They don't have the mail in rebate, so it's kind of hard to say what happened here. With them having Chad, I'd assume they're ahead unless that came off a judgment that we didn't open, which there was a couple of, but more than likely it came from the shop. But yeah, really it comes down to making sure we open standard packs right away. Um, Although actually that queen, they remember, was not from a standard pack. But in other games, we want to make sure we're always opening those standard packs, especially on white stake. Um, Low stakes and games where we have good scoring. So it can be a gold stake game or a purple stake or black even, where we want to open all the standard packs if we know we have the scoring to get out of the blinds, we have some economy going. But on white and green stake especially, I always want to be opening those standard packs to help determine what we're going to build out of. If we're not on Ghost deck, we're not going to find that polychrome outside of those standard packs, right? And then obviously, again, I wouldn't play the glass until I have copies of it. Ideally, I wouldn't even play it then until I desperately needed to. I would be willing to risk glass to win a PvP blind if I have two of them. Very rarely am I going to want to risk glass to play it if I already have one. If the game went differently and it wasn't an ancient Joker game where we found polychrome, that could be very detrimental, could come back to cost us in the end. But yeah, again, played the micro super well. We found value in our blinds, which was important. And yeah, I think that was quite good. So I will wrap it up here for now. And I know you sent up over another couple videos, but I'll probably send this one back to you first here. And let me know if you have any questions, and we can kind of proceed from there. Thanks.